Hello guys, welcome to your own channel Chess Radio Kolkata. Now I will explain every match and I will play accordingly. So first of all we are starting with a bullet match. Okay, so here my opponent allow me to open up the lines. So let's see what happens on this bullet match. It's a very interesting match. As you can see, this match is very interesting. So here I am attacking the f3 knight twice with my bishop and knight. Okay, so don't expect any perfect move over here, but as it is a bullet match, so you can see. Okay, so they are threatened. So here eventually they are losing a pawn actually. Okay, so they capture. Now I'm threatening the rook. So here probably I can capture the rook easily. I cannot play my bishop to c5 move as because knight is guarding the square. Okay, so my opponent moved the king. Okay, and he lost on time. Okay, so congratulations guys, we won our first match. Okay, I hope my sound is well and you can see me as well. Okay, so let's start today's journey. Today is the day 3, third day, and this is my bullet rating, that is 120. So 150 is 850 is right now my bullet rating, but we will go for the rapid matches. So first of all I will play a 10 minutes rapid match. Okay, so we got the white pieces and I started with the e4. Always control these four squares. These squares are called the center squares. So every time whenever you are playing the match, you have to focus in your development and controlling the center. Okay, so he plays c5, Sicilian defense. With that Sicilian he can also control one of the center squares. Now against this setup I'm always afraid of d5 losing a pawn, but I can move my d4 pawn and eventually I can capture the pawn back with my bishop. Okay, so here probably I just moving my knight. Okay, and I want to play a open Sicilian in this match, so I just strike in the center with the d4, and that's a pre-move. Like if they capture, I just recapture, and if they capture the knight, I can also recapture it back with the queen. So these are the pre-moves you can see from here. Okay, now it's time to develop the bishop, and here I can probably going for the attack actually. Okay, so they develop the knight, so I think it is the correct time to attack in the center. Okay, so they captured, and now just going for a trick. Oh, so the trick will not work over here. So here probably I can capture the knight, and after bishop recaptures, now I will simply complete my castling. Okay, so now you can see my pawn is threatened. If they capture my pawn, then I will develop my bishop into f4 square. So that's a natural developing move, and as you can see I'm already getting the advantage. Like here at this position, I just successfully created 3 pawns versus 2 pawns. So the Sicilian opening was failed over here. Okay, so now I will develop my knight actually, just knight to c3, just a developing move. Okay, so let's see what opponent. Okay, so finally opponent captured my queen. Okay, all right, no issue. Okay, here they are striking with the move d6. e6, sorry. Okay, so they are playing the move e6. Now I'll just develop my bishop, and I just completed my development. Okay, now here they probably placing the bishop move, so it is the correct time to place the knight actually. Now if bishop captures, then they are losing the rights of castling. Like if bishop captures my b5 knight, then I will recapture it back with the bishop, and it's a check to the king, so king has lost the castle right. Okay, so they complete the castling. All right, not an issue. They just complete the castling. Okay, so here bishop move is not a good move actually, and my knight is getting trapped. Okay, so at this position, uh, yeah, just move the king actually, because there is all sort of discoveries at this position. So just move the bishop. Now they are threatening to win my bishop. So okay, so just develop the bishop. It's a developing move, as you can see. Okay, now this knight is very much dangerous. Okay, and they are unable to play the bishop move actually. Then I will simply capture the bishop. Okay, so they forward the pawn. That's a very good move. Now what I can do, uh, here probably I just move my rook, simply just moving the rook. Now if they place the knight move, then it's not a problematic, because I just simply move my king. Okay, and I am prepared to attack the h3, threatening the knight. So let's see what opponent can play over here. I'm just offering a knight, but opponent didn't want to take the knight. Sorry guys, I got a little bit cough. Okay, so it's time to retreat the knight back actually. Probably they can threaten my bishop as well, but not an issue. Okay, so they are threatening my bishop, but my bishop is controlling a fantastic diagonal. So let's just place the bishop over here, threatens the rook. Let's see what opponent can play from this position. And now I am ready to threaten the h3. Okay, so this is the correct time to threaten the h3. Probably they can give me a check. Without a check, it is useless actually. I don't want to lose my bishop pair. That is the reason I didn't capture the pawn actually. Otherwise, this is loose pawn. Immediately I can capture it back. But this is a very dangerous pawn. As you can see, it's a central pawn. It's a e-file pawn, so it's so much dangerous, as you can see. Let's see what opponent can play from this position. He has to move his knight. Yes, he probably giving a check. Now I will move my king, and I'm all set to capture the pawn actually. Okay, opponent do nothing at this position. Let's see what can do. Okay, so sometimes you can see that pieces are getting trapped, like this knight is getting trapped. As you can see, this knight doesn't have any good square to move. Okay, and eventually they are about to losing this pawn as well. So all in all, it's a good position. Okay, so I'm waiting for my opponent's response. Actually, according to his play, I will set up my game plan. So let's see what he can play, and according to that I will reply him, good or bad. I can reply to him. Okay, so this is the position where they are threatens my rook. Okay, so here cap probably I can capture the pawn with my rook as well. Not an issue with that. Okay, so they protect the knight with the rook. Okay, that's also a very good move actually. Yes, that's a very good move. But how can I encounter it? Yes, here probably I can play the rook move. So here I must have to protect my c2 pawn. That's a winning pawn for me. So definitely I have to protect it. Now they must have to capture my rook, and if they move the rook, then their f2 knight will fall because there is two attacker. Yes, so probably they can capture the rook actually. Now I will capture it back with my bishop. Okay, so all in all, it's a good position, guys, as you can see from here. Very good position, although it's not a winning position, but overall you can see that's a very good position. Okay, so we both losing our rooks, one pair of rooks we are losing. Now let's see what can opponent play. Nora Horst. Nora Horst is playing well. My opponent is playing well actually. Okay, so they move the knight. Okay, so it's time to capture the knight. They has to recapture it back with the bishop. Okay, now I will save my pawn. I don't want to lose this pawn actually. Okay, rook moves. I don't think it's a good move. So here probably I can threaten the bishop. Okay, okay, so they move the bishop actually. All right, not an issue. Just bring the rook. Now I am threatens to capture this pawn, because if they recapture, then I just simply capture the bishop back. Okay, so they fall for the trap. So definitely I will capture the pawn. Okay, so eventually I'm winning another pawn at this position. So here he must have to capture my bishop actually, otherwise it's a losing for him. Okay, I'm also going for the back rank checkmates. Okay, so they protect it with the bishop. They are protected with the bishop, and now I have to save my bishop. And now anyhow I have to exchange the rooks. That should be the winning charm for me. Yes, so I'm ready. I'm prepared for all of this kind of moves. Okay, so here he probably can give a check. Okay, so he captured my rook. So rook has been exchanged, and I am two pawn up at the queen side. You can see I have two pawns at the queen side. Okay, so here probably I can sacrifice one of my pawns in order to capture the bishop. So I don't think they can. Okay, so they move the bishop. Now I will save my pawn. Very much careful guys at this position. You have to be very careful because that's a bishop game, as you can see. Okay, so they are threatens my pawn. So here I just simply capture the pawn, and after bishop captures, now I will threaten to win another pawn. So they must have to capture my bishop, otherwise they are going to lose another pawn. Okay, so they capture the bishop. I will recapture it back. Now as you can see I have two pawns, so I can block all of these pawns, not an issue with that. Okay, now here probably I can place the pawn. I just need to forward them. Okay, that's what I need to do at these positions. Okay, so they bring the king, but bringing the king is not a good move actually. Okay, they place the bishop move, so here probably I just exchange one of the pawns. Just capture, capture, yes, capture, capture. King moves. Now I will forward my pawn. Here bishop has to capture. What you are thinking? You have to capture, otherwise I can get a queen. So you must have to capture the pawn. Okay, so opponent lost on time, guys. As you can see, we are winning our first match successfully. Okay. And our rating is 1650 at this position. Okay. So let's play another match. Another 10 minutes match. I hope this time I will get the black pieces. Yes, I got the black pieces. Okay, all right. So probably he can start with the d4. I'm expecting a d4 at this position, so that I can demonstrate how you can punish the d4. Okay, Imtiaz, he is going offline actually. So this match will abandon. Okay, this game was aborted. Okay, let's search for another opponent. Okay, so this time we got the black pieces, and we are expecting a d4, e4. So maybe I can show you the bush gas gambit, guys, at this position. Bush gas gambit. No, they are placing the bishop move, knight. Okay, so I just jump in hop with the knight, and exchanging the knight is getting beneficial for me. Okay, so here probably I can take the knight. After queen takes, I can develop my queen, and maybe we are exchanging the queens. All right, so all in all it's a good position, and here I can develop my bishop. So they have completed the castling, So I also have to complete the castling. So bishops, okay, let's just exchange the bishops. All right, okay. So here I have to play a slow chess, no need for any rush. So here just exchange the bishops, that would beneficial for me. Okay, so they move the bishop actually. All right, not an issue, just striking on the center. Okay, they develop the knight, so just striking on the center. Okay, I don't want to capture the bishop back, otherwise the a file will open. Already you can see the a file will semi open, so I don't want to open up the files. If I can open up the file, okay, so here they are threatens my pawn. Let's just forward the pawn, just create some chaos. Okay, knight moves, so I just solidify the position. It's a solid position, as you can see. Okay, forward the pawn. Now I will forward my pawn and creating a very beautiful pawn chain. As you can see, there are 4 pawns in this pawn chain. Okay, okay, all right. Let's see what they can play. Okay, okay, all right, guys. Uh, you can see the board. I assume. Okay, so they develop the knight. All right, they are developing the knight. Okay, not an issue for me. So what I can do from here, like here, just simply exchanging the knights. I'm just threatening to exchange the knights. Okay, and my opponent didn't want to exchange the knights. Okay, so if I threatens the knight, then that would be a very bad move actually. Okay, so what should I do from this position? Mm, okay, so here I can play the move f4 actually. Can I play f4? Check, check. Okay, so just move the king first so that any knight intrusion will not hamper my position. Okay. So somebody comments me that I should play fast chess, but as you can see that I cannot play fast just because my opponent not allowed me to play fast actually. Okay, so all in all it's a good position for me. Here I want to exchange the pieces, so exchanging the pieces is getting beneficial for me. Okay, rook moves. So here probably I am winning a pawn, and now you can see that pass pawn has been created. So here I just simply wants to exchange the rooks. I lost my knight. Oh, I just lost my knight. I just lost my knight, guys. I should be more careful before this move. Okay, so here I can threaten the knight. Okay, so knight captures the pawn. Okay, all right, not an issue. So okay, here just probably giving a breathing room to my king. My knight will come and knight wants to attack. So here, my bishop position is good actually. So what I can do, I can develop the rook. Okay, so knight captures the pawn. All right, not an issue. Just capture it back. Rook captures. All right, not an issue. Just placing the bishop. So opponent capture one of my central pawns. Okay, so now they are threatening for the checkmate. Now they are threatening for the checkmate. Okay, so here simply I can move my king. Okay, so they provide a check with the rook. King moves. Okay, so they are threatening my bishop. So they are threatening my bishop, and they are about to giving me another check. Okay, so it's time to save the bishop. Why should I save the bishop? Like here I can save my bishop. Oh, I made another blunder. Oh, I have created two times blunder, guys. So extremely sorry for that. So I will resign this game and looking for going for a new opponent. Although it's a winning game for me. Okay, let's play this game very seriously. So my opponent play the c6, the cap. I'm going for a trap. Black resign, white is victorious. Okay, so we won another match. Okay, so it's e4, e5, and here I will develop my bishop. They develop the knight. Okay, so should I go for the Kotlawansky? No, I will striking the center by d4. I go for the Eurosov gambit. Okay, alright, they captured the pawn. Now I will develop my knight, offering the second pawn. Should they capture the pawn? If they capture the pawn, they are gone. Okay, so it's a transposition of Kotlavonsky gambit, but not yet actually. So here probably I can threaten the knight. Knight moves, and here probably I can jump with the knight. Okay, so they are threatening our bishop. They are threatening our bishop. Okay, so let's just save the bishop because this bishop is very much important for us. I think we are winning from this position. So if I play the move f4, I think the knight will gone. I think the knight will gone. Okay, so they move the knight. Now I am threatening a checkmate. Okay, expected move. Now it's time to sacrifice. Okay, rook captures. So I will capture it back with my queen. King moves. Now I will forward the pawn. It's all in the theory, guys. Till now we are playing in the theories. These all things are in theories. Okay, someone commented that he didn't see my face actually. Okay, so at this position they are moving the knight. Okay, not an issue, just save the queen. Just save the queen. I have other plan to execute. Okay, so they capture my pawn. So just develop the knight. I don't want to lose at this position. Just develop the knight. Okay, so here they sacrifice the queen, but as you can see, it's a free queen. Okay, so my opponent resigned, guys. Congratulations, we won our third match. Now let's go for another match. So 10 minutes match which I have played today. Okay, so it's e4. Now I will reveal my face. Yeah, hi guys, this is me. Okay, so let's enjoy the match. Like e4, e5. Now I will play the bishop move, bishop c4. That's the bishop opening. Now he counter attack with the Philidor defense. So here probably I can develop my knight. They also develop the knight. So here I can striking on the center by playing d4. Allow them to taking the pawn back. So here I can capture it back with the queen. They probably play the move knight to c6 and threatens my queen. Okay. Okay, so they provide the pawn move. So just focus on the development. Okay, so they play the bishop move. Now here probably I can save my bishop. If opponent do the short side castle, then I will go for the long side castle. Okay, so they threatens my queen, just moving the queen back. What else they can do from this position? Everything is protected. They must have to complete the castling. Yes, they are complete the castling. Now I am about to sacrifice my bishop. Although my king is in the center, so I need to be a little worried about it. But okay, so they probably placing the knight move. So it is the correct time to complete the castling, I guess. Should I give a check? What can I do? Okay, play a prophylactic move like h4. So very important move at this position. Now I will hop around my knight. Threatens the checkmate actually. Let's see what can opponent play. My rating is 1659. So I want to achieve 1700 rating from on this day 3. So you can see I'm starting from 1580 rating, and within 2 days I have achieved 1660 rating. So it's almost 80 points, 80 yellow I have managed to gain. Okay, so my opponent is thinking deep. So here I have Coca-Cola with me. Now I will hop around with the knight. Bishop move is a blunder actually. Okay, so as you can see, my opponent doesn't have any square to move, or even he don't allow to capture the knight and all, because if they captured the knight, yes, they captured the knight, so I will capture it back with the pawn. And now I'm threatening checkmate. So I will do it in a fancy way, like first of all I will give a check from the queen, and then I will deliver the checkmate with the rook. Okay, as this pawn is pinned. Okay, so my opponent resigned, guys. Congratulations, we won our fourth match. Let's go for the next match. Okay, so someone suggested me that don't play tournaments. In order to play tournaments, you can play the solo matches. And okay, so here I can threatens the knight. Knight moves. So okay, let's play a positional game. Like moving the same piece twice or thrice in the opening is not good at all. Here we must have to play the move d5, solidifying the center. And here I just jammed up the center. I said that I will go for the positional play. Okay, so I got a strong center at this position, and here, yes, here probably I can solidify the position. Okay, so the pawn captures, I will capture it back with my pawn. Okay, now I will complete my castling, and opponent doesn't have anything to do with it. Just develop the bishop. So the opponent's king is stuck in the side. Okay, how can I put my knight over here? If I put my knight over here, that should probably a checkmate. How can I? Okay, so they are threatens. Okay, so just capture. Now I will jump around with my knight. Okay, now you can see my light square bishop is doing nothing, so he can only prevent it by playing the move h3. If you don't play the move h3, then his position is totally losing, but h3 has its own drawbacks. Okay, so they hop around with the knight. They hop around with the knight. Okay, not an issue. Yes, probably I can capture the knight. Only captures. Okay, not an issue. Now here I will place my bishop. Queen moves. That's a very good move played by my opponent. So here, what can I do? Should I threaten the queen? Yeah, first of all, I have to threaten the queen, uh, or should I capture the knight? I think capturing the knight is, yeah, just capture the knight first. Okay, then providing a check with the queen. Okay, they block it with the knight, with the pawn, block it with the pawn. So here I just go forward with my queen, and everything is losing for them at this position. Okay, so as you can see that I have created a solid uh, okay, so opponent capture my opponent captured the pawn. So here probably I can place my queen in order to protect, and everything is losing from here actually for the white. Okay, so they place the rook move. Now I must have to complete the castling. Bishop move. That's a very good move played by my opponent. Very good move played by my opponent. Okay, I should have think about this move a bit earlier. Yes, I can do better from this position. What can I do from this position? No, castling is not the correct move actually. Okay, should I sacrifice my queen at this position? Would it be helpful? No, just back at this position. Yes, in this position, whenever they are capturing the pawn, I place my queen, then they move the rook. Now I have considered the move knight captures pawn. Yes, I should have to consider this move. So this is the position. And Here probably okay, just save the queen. Actually, I don't see anything fancy over here. If they capture my knight, I will capture their rook actually, and then my own rook will fall as well. So not an issue. Okay, so they captured. Now I will capture and giving a check to the king. So either they have to block it with the queen, or they have, yes, they are blocking with the queen. So here probably I can capture the rook. Okay, so bishop captures is the move. Now I have a pass pawn. You need to remember that I have a pass pawn. Okay, so now here I just develop my knight, and the most funniest part is that opponent doesn't castle. So I'm threatening to capture the bishop at the corner. Okay, so they are threatening the pawn. So let's just threaten the queen once again. So where should the queen move? From here, queen must have to stay down, and then I will fork both the pieces with my knight. So all in all, it's a good position, guys, as you can see. Queen moves. Okay, all right. So here I just threaten the queen with my knight. Here probably they can consider the bishop sacrifice. Okay, so they place the uh, queen move. Okay, all right. Just capture the bishop, and they are not able to capture it back because their own bishop will hang. Okay, so it is the perfect time to, okay, so they are capturing. Now I will capture it back. King has to move. The king moves. So here I can, yes, here I can exchange the queens because I have a passed pawn, as you can see. So definitely I will exchange the queens. That would be beneficial for me. And now I have created a passed pawn successfully. Now I will place my rook in order to protect it. Now I will bring my king forward. So they captures. Now I will capture it back. King captures. I forward the king. King comes. My king also comes. King moves. Alright. This is a fantastic thing. What my opponent played. Pawn blocks. Okay, so just forward the pawn. Trying to exchange some pawns. Okay, so they don't capture. Okay, so I will capture the pawn back. Now that's a zugzwang position. Here it's probably placing my pawn and placing another pawn. Now it's a totally zugzwang position. So king moves. It allows me to move my king. Okay, so they block it. Now I will forward my king. So totally I'm winning the position. Now here I will capture the pawn. and after pawn recaptures, now it's up to my choice that what I want to do. Just move the king, capture the central pawn, and win. It's no point for continuing the game. So here I just probably capture the pawn, king moves, I will forward my king, king moves, I will forward my pawn, king moves, I will take the opposition, and my pawn is free to move, and successfully I have created the queen. Okay, so so first of all I can give a check with the queen, capturing the pawn, king moves. Okay, forward the queen, capturing the queen, and now this pawn will help me to create another queen. Okay, now it's a lockdown position, so first of all I have to lock the king from here. Now as you can see, I am locking down the king towards this. Okay, queen moves. Yes, just box up the king. Okay, king can forward, and this kind of positions always you look for the stalemate positions. You need to avoid the stalemate positions. All right. Okay, so that probably the move. Okay, and that's the check. Alright guys, till now I hope you enjoyed the games, although I lost one game, but I hope you enjoyed the games, and that is more instructive. Let me just show you the pawn position. So you must have to know the pawn structures very well. So this is the position. Here they place the pawn, I place the pawn, so here they must have to capture the pawn, then I will recapture. Now they have two passers, so my one pawn cannot capture it, I mean cannot protect it, and they also have a central pawn, so they have a winning position if they capture the pawn, but they ignore to do that, and instead of they are giving me a chance to place my king forward to the center, and by pushing the pawns they have doing a mistake. So this is the totally winning position for me. Okay, so as you can see from here, it's a totally winning position for me, and with a queen you can also do the check. Okay, all right guys, I hope you enjoyed and learned from these games. So thanks for watching, and please refer your friends, family members, or your neighbors to subscribe my channel. It will help me to grow. Show your support, share this video, giving some likes. See you on the next video. Okay, so till then, bye bye.